I mean, the reality is that Jane agreed to the visitation schedule. Now, her lawyer called me and said, whoa, you're doing way too much, and you're over. You know, I said, well, I don't want to overstep my boundaries, but for sure I want him having the kids every other weekend. And I said, and I definitely feel that during the week when he doesn't have them, he should see them at least once a week. I said Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but the fact of the matter is Jane didn't disagree with that.
That's right, and with Jane, we need to get things in writing.
She's uprooting your relationship with your children, and that's true. That's happened. But I think too that, like I said, it's complicated, and we're rebuilding, and yet those kids have been played, and they're right in the middle, and we're making progress in that regard. And the other thing will happen if she doesn't knock it off. Let's say if she didn't knock it off, I would make a recommendation that you would have the children for an extended period of time, uninterrupted. In other words, because that's what sometimes one has to do that. In other words, you got to take them. In other words, you say, look, you won't stop it? Okay, fine. Then the kids are going to live with them for 2 weeks.
Right.
Until they recognize and realize, or the kid, or I mean, if you can't co-parent, you say to parents, if you can't get along and co-parent, then the other parent's not going to suffer because you've got the domination and you've got the kids on your side. If you can't co-parent, then the recommendation should be fine. It's almost a 50-50 split. So, but I'm just worried. I don't want to see you walk into any more traps.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know. At this point, it's like any contact with her is dangerous from this point out. Yeah,
no question about it. No. They, like this therapist that the children have seen, is that I'm going to really have real grave concerns about what in God's name has he been doing.
Yeah, he hasn't even seen me with them, so.
I know. I mean, that just, to me, is unheard of. And that, because that just, when Jane says to me, well, he didn't want to see you because he was supposed to be objective, I absolutely doesn't, that's like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. How can he see children and not want to hear from the father? Whenever I've been involved in any kind of a case where there is the allegation that a parent has done something, my first response is, I need to talk to that parent.
Uh-huh.